'Cause I only want you, yeah. 'Cause I only want you, yeah. 'Cause I only want you, baby, yeah. I only want you, yeah, 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 yeah. Only want
Hey y'all, we are back with another Tuesday of I Choose You podcast.
Whoa, nah, whoa, nah, whoa, nah. Welcome to I Choose You podcast, where we discuss all things marriage. We're your hosts, and I'm Gregory, and this is Naisha Ray. But before we dive in, there are a few house rules to follow. Y'all should know them by now. One, be respectful for one's opinion. Two, have fun. Three, make sure you share this podcast all up and down your social media platforms. Share, 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 share.
And make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, I Choose You _ podcast.
At youtube.com.
So tonight we are going to be talking about divorce and how to combat that thought. Neither one of us have been through divorce. This is my second marriage. This is his first. And lately I've been reading and hearing about um engaged couples divorcing or breaking up quicker than you can blink, which is sad. So, as you all know, Ray and I have just made 4 years last Tuesday of being married. It's been great. And we've been friends for,
At 17 years.
yes. So it seems like a lifetime that we've been together. But we have not. We only been married for 4 years.
Right.
And so my belief, and it's also his belief, is that we won't be divorcing at all, simply because he and I both are striving to make sure we continue to respect each other and continue to do the work needed to make sure we last the rest of our lifetime here on earth.
Right.
So tonight we will be talking about 3 points that we feel is our opinion that we're entitled to. 3 points that we feel are the starting point in avoiding the D word, which is divorce. So the first one is let your conflict lead to growth.
Meaning, grow through what you go through. So, a lot of times in marriage, we go through a lot of things. We experience a lot of things. We experience conflict, we experience turmoil, we experience impatience, we experience anger, we experience a lot of things. But at the same time, we must grow through what we go through. You know what I mean? We don't want to tolerate each other. We want to celebrate each other. You know, the D word is like common nature now. The D word is like saying the B word.
Yeah.
So we're trying to encourage people not to use the D word as much as they use the B word.
So I'm gonna go ahead and read it again. Let your conflict lead to growth. So basically, I guess for me, we always like to use ourselves as an example. So when Ray and I are arguing at first, and even sometimes now, is we'll go days without speaking, and even when we do speak, it'll be something like trying to just start a random conversation. But even in those moments, I've learned to, instead of arguing with him and then letting it prolong and prolong to where we not talking. I don't like not talking to him. I don't like going to bed. We don't go to bed. Have there been a time we go to bed angry at each other? Yes. There have been several times we go to bed angry with each other. And I try now, because back then it was whatever. I want to bed. I don't want to talk. But now is taking those moments and learning from them, seeing what can I pull out of that argument to better myself. And in turns, it may be something that can help him.
Well,
that's what I think.
I
Let
agree
your
with
conflict lead to growth.
right, because in every experience is a lesson. At least it should teach you a valuable lesson. You know what I mean? Be bad or good. So for me, in those times, we both, I agree with everything she said. We both a testament of growing through what you go through. You know what I mean? It's easy for somebody to say, oh, I just, man, you know what? Hell with it. Let's just go out separate ways. But when you sign up for the big M word, which is marriage, you know what I mean? It takes fighting for. It ain't easy. It ain't hard. It's about finding that mutual balance with one another. You know what I mean? We come to the point where it ain't arguing no more. It ain't disagreeing. How you say it? Agree to disagree. Even though we do that, you know what I mean? We might start a conversation and one might don't agree with that. We might shut down for a minute or two and get right back to the another conversation or whatever. It ain't no prolong where I'm mad at you. I'm still gonna help her get her water or scratch her back or y'all know how they do it on social media when they say they mad at each other, but the person still helped the other person out or whatever. You know what I mean? We have grown in these last 4 years. Man, we have grown these last 2 weeks. Let's just put it like that. These last 2 weeks has been some growth and development over here in the Ray Taylor Pickens household. So, but with our marriage, we're growing. You know what I mean? We still got some emotional maturity to work on in our marriage because sometimes we get in our immaturity stages. And, we have to find that maturity in the both of us to, to see fit of why we actually say I do to one another. So, conflict is always, some people always say conflict is hard. You make it hard when you dwell on the conflict. Right. A lot of people got a habit of want to dwell on the conflict. You know what I mean? Don't dwell on it. Learn from it. Sit back, reflect, or like my wife say, the 3 R's: release, renew, revive. I probably said it wrong, but y'all know the 3 R's.
You said it right.
Right. But yeah, you know what I mean? A lot of people, you know what I mean? A lot of people, this is just my opinion, they let conflict control their marriage.
Yeah.
If you think about it, a lot of people let conflict control their marriage. See, conflict, control. See that? When you let both of them clash together, it's turmoil. Think about it. Something to think about. I hope that's helping somebody.
It is. So while it may not go with the number one, which is let your conflict lead to growth. But I kind of want to ask a question as to, because we talked about it, was it this morning or last night, about why do couples who, let's say they went through everything to try to make it work and it just did not work, but they're still holding on for the sake of the kids. What are your thoughts about that?
I think that's bad. Only reason why I said it's bad because I've seen somebody in a situation like that. They held on for the kid. Even though it was one kid, they still held on. But me seeing that, mama in one room, dad in another room, I'm like, how does that work? You saying this for the kid, but he leaving, going out looking like a player, and you just sitting around the house looking like a bump on the log. It's like, that's crazy. But I don't think people should make it work for the kids. I think that's a statement because people are comfortable with that person and scared to go out somewhere because they feel like, man, I've been dealing with this person for all this time. So if you feel like you've been dealing with this person for all these years, why don't you find a common ground to make it work? Don't use the kids. people always say I want my kids to be in one family household at the same time. The kids see the separation.
Right.
Mom and daddy only cool when it's time for us to do something at the same time. They still clashing. The kids like, is this how it really go? This what y'all want to stay together for us, but y'all ain't making it work. So it's really not cool. To me, it's not cool.
I agree, because that was me at one point, wanted to make it work for the sake of the kids. But then I had to grow up and realize that even though I wanted to make everything work for the sake of the kids, to allow my children the experience of seeing a two-parent home all of their life, not just the childhood part of their life, I also had to learn that kids are better off with one parent and happy, with no stress, no arguing, no fighting, versus being in a home where they see more of that than they see the good.
And do you know, a lot of times people get caught up in that the Cosby lifestyle. Like, that's
The
TV.
Huxtables.
The Huxtable. That's TV. And all nationality, we in reality, they might have some households like that, but TV make it look good. You know what I mean? So everybody like, man, I want to be like the Huxtables. I want to be like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Airs or whoever out there. I'd rather be like what their name is, JJ and them. They let you see they was in a 2-bedroom shack, everybody sitting in the same room, and you know what I mean. But they getting along, they happy. Daddy might be mad sometimes. At the end of the day, he happy with his wife and kids. They just, you know what I'm saying? They making it work. You know what I mean? A lot of people, they don't want to make it work for the right reasons.
And I agree. So number 2 is eliminate the 3 A's that ruin marriages. The first, so there's 3 A's and we're going to break down each one. So the first one is eliminate addictions. So what are some addictions you think play a part in marriages that leads to or could lead to divorce?
I don't know. I ain't gonna say I don't know, because I'm gonna just say this in my opinion. When you see the word addictions in a marriage, a lot of people go to one thing: addicted to pornography. But a person might be addicted to alcohol, might be addicted to sex, they might be addicted to women, they might be addicted to themselves. You know what I mean?
They can be addicted to like gambling, that would just cause a financial problem.
Right. It's a lot of things that you could be addicted to. So I used to always tell a friend of mine, like, bro, you got too many habits, and couldn't manage none of them. Never got no money, always bumming. I'm like, dang, dog, you need to, you know what I mean? But he's like, Ray, some people not strong like you. And I'm like, yes, you are. Like, you use one thing for to cope the other one. You want to drink, pop, smoke, gamble, and hang with the homies at the same time. It ain't gonna work like that, because you ain't gonna be all up in my pocket. Somebody will ring you something. I'm gonna ring you up out of here. You know what I mean? So addiction can mean anything though, but most of the time, you know what I mean, in marriage, this speaking from a man's standpoint, no telling what it'll be. You know what I mean? For as myself, I know I can say I'm addicted to buying tennis shoes, but it don't hurt nothing financially in my household. You know what I mean? That's about it. For as myself now, with some other people, like I said, I gave all the things. Well, we gave all the things that I think that you should eliminate. You know what I mean? Especially if it's causing. If my addiction to buying tennis shoes would hurt my family financially, I stop. That is straight up being honest.
So what suggestions or advice would you give to someone who's, let's go back to gambling, who's addicted to gambling and it is causing issues financially in their relationship, in the marriage?
Gambling is a big addiction, to where they got classes for gambling now. You know what I mean? I heard somebody say the other day, I won't put their business out there, like they used to be addicted to gambling so much that they was literally, every check that they got, they was at the casino. So they're at a place now that they saw how it was ruining them. They could actually go in the casino and have no desire to play 21 Russian roulette, slot machines, none of that. I think it takes the willpower of the person to say and realize, like, man, I just lost $20,000 in this casino in one day.
Right.
And I ain't even a millionaire or a multi-millionaire. How I'm gonna tell my wife this $20,000 out of our savings is gone. So it takes control.
Do you think it's grounds for divorce?
No.
So if you didn't, let's use us for example, you went and blew away $20,000.
I wouldn't tell you.
Why?
I find a way to get that 20 grand back.
Mm.
This me being me. I'm just being honest. This me being me. Only how you will find out something like that. I'm just being honest. Only how you will find out something like that if the bank just randomly called you, how they do, then you would text or email and say, do you know about this? And you know, banks doing that now. Did you authorize this? These transactions that you just, because they're gonna pay attention the next day, the bell gonna go off, whoever in there, man, $20,000 in one day in a casino, maybe the joint accounts or whatever. Me being me, I'll find a way to get that back in there. If I can't get that back in there, then gotta come to the table. Maybe I blew it. But I don't have them. I don't have them type of mindsets with a blow no money like that. This mind I have now compared to the mind I had 20 years ago, blowing 20 G's wouldn't have been nothing. Because I feel like I gotta get it back the next day, living my past lifestyle. But now I'm working, man, working hard for my
chochos.
My money, my dinero. You know what I mean? So nah.
Okay. So the next one, the next A that we need to eliminate is affairs. Mm. So what is your take on that?
Affairs. What type of affairs? Because sometimes affairs, when you look at the word affairs, first thing people say affairs is cheating.
What other affair would you be talking about concerning marriage?
So if you look up the word affair can be a friend. But we talked about that earlier too. Friendly gestures.
So we're gonna start talking about friendly gestures that leads to physical activities.
Friendly affairs that leads
friendly affairs. Okay.
Friendly affairs that leads to friendly affairs or friendly physicalness. So on affairs, in all nationality, on affairs, like when you hear that word affairs, you say cheating. So how do you eliminate that? People, places, and things. For one, like everybody always say, you don't need to hang with single people. I believe that's a lie. You can hang with single people.
I believe so too.
When people say if you married, don't hang with single people, I believe that's a lie. Because the first thing you have to do is have respect for yourself and for that single person that you're out with. That single person that you're out with, if they trying to tell you, girl, he cute, that's a red flag right there. Like they don't respect your marriage or your husband.
So I'm gonna jump in right there. So let's say me and one of my friends that are single, we go out and it's just us having a girls' night, and we just sit up having a conversation, and she'd be like, "Girl, he cute," and I'll come back and be like, "He is." Am I wrong for saying, "Girl, he is cute," when it's just me and my friend and we're out having a girls' night or we're out on a lunch?
If she's engaging for you to be in there, girl, he feeling you, he cute.
Now that is disrespectful.
That's what I mean by that. This a friendly, he cute. Cause nigga, I'm gonna say the same thing. Oh, she nice. What's wrong with that?
I'm just asking because that's not what you said at first.
I know. I'm glad you correct me. That's what I meant though. If the person know you're married and they're trying to engage you in another relationship with somebody else, that means they don't got no respect for your husband first. Mm-hmm. Or you second. Should have been you first. Girl, you don't need to be with that nigga, girl. He ain't gonna know. Don't worry about it. You got friends like that. I don't respect friends like that. I don't.
You said I got friends like that?
I say people got friends like that. Oh, if you got friends like that, I better not know. They gonna have a problem with me.
But affair, so you said we stay away from people, places, and things. So my next question concerning affairs, cheating, is why do men, excuse me, like to use the excuse of why do men like to come up with excuses as to why they stepped out? For example, you not giving me none, or you not doing this, you not doing that. So I went and found somebody who was doing it. Why do men do that? What is so? Because you just said the other day, yesterday, this morning we was talking. You was like, "You it's not hard today." When we went out to lunch, that it's not hard for a man to be a one woman's man.
I said it's not. It's not.
So that's your opinion, but okay, because it's your opinion, why do you feel it's not hard for a man to be a one woman's man? And still answering my question, why do men make up excuses to cheat?
I don't think it's the excuse. I
So
don't think it's the
telling
excuse.
a woman,
I don't think it's the excuse to cheat. Because if I'm gonna cheat, I'm gonna cheat. Because you know what you want to do before it even happens. Just like I asked you this question too. Going back to her today. I asked you and I asked several women this, from sisters to other women I'm cool with. I said, do a woman know if she's gonna have sex with that man? And they all said
yes,
99% of the time they know. So I always say, when you be friendly, I always say this. When you friendly, you're gonna get what you're looking for, because you already knew when you seen this, oh, I like him. And whatever y'all got going on in y'all mind, because they always say women think with the mind, it's in your mind, I give him some. So the thought already happened. But go back to a man. For me, it's not hard to be a one woman's man. I don't believe it is. I don't, you know what I mean? Because if you're gonna step, you're gonna step. Fair could be, man, I'm at the club, and a girl says she wanna smash, I smash. Who gonna know? Me and her. I don't know her, she don't know me. How somebody gonna know? It's when you make it a affair.
right.
Wife at home, and I got a that's a affair. A lot of people, man, I just seen the day a girl said she had 35 one-night stands. Don't know none of them niggas to this day. And that was I said in my head, I said, dang, that would make me ask the question. That's why I'm always so curious about women. Everybody tell you, man, that love won't know about them women. I'm gonna ask questions. People scared of that. Why you feel like you scared? If a man asking you questions, why you feel like you scared? Why you feel like you can't woman up and just answer the question? Your past don't have nothing to do with your future, what you got going on with me. Nothing. Don't make it look like, because a man will feel like, dang, you with me now, but I know you got a past. So in the past, what you was doing, you was wild, whatever you was doing, then you get with the present, you all approved now. Like you 80 years old, like you just ain't with just buck wild doing what you do. You know what I mean? It don't make no sense to me. So when a man, I'm just saying, when a man feel like he gonna have an affair, like, you ain't never, what? Man, stop it. Cause first thing go through my head, if you say you ain't never, no, man, stop it. That's just me. So I can't speak on everybody's affairs. Have I had affairs and I've been with people in past? Yeah.
Why?
I ain't gonna lie. Because that's what I want to do. That's just being honest. If I, in my past relationship, if I want to do something, man, they could get on here and say what they want. My old nickname, Love did it. Whatever came with it,
So my next question is, did she give you a reason to do that, or you, because that's what you wanted to do? And then it's something you said that I want to go back to after you answered it.
Gave me a reason to do that. No. I can't, looking at it, I've been through, it's uneven.
What's uneven?
The yes and the no. And at the same time, I just doing what I want to do. Young, wild, and free. I'm just doing me. She said she liked me. Okay. I'm going, look, my motto is this. You know, I got somebody at home and you still trying to do what you do with me. You already know what it is. That's what people don't understand that. Even if somebody is married, people always say, somebody told me, they say, when you come home, people look at you as security. So what do you mean? Go back to having conversations like I have conversations with people when I was locked up. They say, love, you secure. I say, what do you mean I'm security? They're like, bro, they gonna look at you like you got a ring on your finger. You can't come on with me. You gonna go home to her. Meaning all your drama gonna be at home, and all I want from you is this.
Side pieces, right?
You know what I mean? That's unfair.
Hey, thank you for
Hey,
joining.
mama.
We're talking about divorce tonight and how to stay away from it and
Right.
giving our thoughts and opinions on what you can do to stay away from it.
Right. So affairs is like, you know what I mean? Like, it's crucial. It can make or break you.
So it was something you said earlier that I want to go back to about dang it, you said I forgot. So while I'm thinking about it, so the first one, we're talking about 3 points. The first point was let your conflict lead to growth, which is whatever you or arguments or whatever disagreements y'all have, take something from that that can help
Grow through.
go through what you going through.
I say let your conflict lead to growth, meaning grow through what you go through instead of just leaning on what we going through right now. You dwelling on that, man. Grow through that. Learn from that experience. That's your best teacher. The experience in life is your best teacher. So if you're in a marriage right now and you got a conflict or you going through something, grow through it. Learn from it.
Right. So then number 2 is eliminate the 3 A's that ruins marriages. The first one is addictions, and the second one is affairs, and we're talking about affairs right now.
Right.
So I still can't remember what my question was going to be. Oh, yes. So you were saying if you flirting leads to things. And it was something you said to me earlier about me being friendly. That's the word, friendly. So I am friendly. And I was telling him earlier that just because I smile or grin or whatever doesn't mean my intentions aren't that I'm trying to get with you. So I feel like it's not up to me to decide what this person is thinking.
But
I'm just I'm friendly regardless. So
you on one side, the man is on the other side.
But how I can't control what he thinks.
But you can control your reactions.
But how would I know that's what he wants if he doesn't come out and say it? All I'm doing is, hey, how you doing, or whatever.
You're not.
It's not a hey, how you doing? Let me not.
It's like you being conceited to the question. Think about it. Hey, how you doing? The person gonna be, oh, how you doing? We see it all the times with kids on there with these pickup lines, and that was easy. It's easy to get a number. So what am I doing out there? Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Oh, I'm doing fine. So you initiating. You initiate conversation.
I use myself when I was working in the office. So I'll speak, oh, hey, how you doing? Laughing, oh, I'm having a good day, going by my business. There's a difference between, like you said, engaging in that conversation over and over versus me, oh, hey, how you doing? And I'm going by myself. But you said being friendly leads to that type of conversation.
The most affairs start at the workplace. Right or wrong?
True.
99% of the time. Facts. According to studies. Because you at work and you dealing with a person over and over again. Hey, how you doing? Now, you might don't seem to be like, oh, he's nice looking. He might be like, man, she look good. So there go that balance every day. Hey, most of the time, if a person as a man, hey, going my Steve Harvey mode. If you engage me, I'm engaged back. A lot of people don't respect marriages right now because of the D word. Oh, she being friendly. She flirting on the cool. To you, it might not be flirting. Friendly is flirting. F and F. I'm gonna keep using. I'm gonna find a C and another C to go hand in hand. Flirting is friendly. You being friendly. Oh, what? Let me pull up. Boy, go on. Let me pull up. Hey, how you doing today, Naisha? Let me pull up. Girl, give me a hug. Mm-hmm. Let me pull up. Let me take you out to eat for lunch. Let me pull up. Friendly. Oh, it is lunch. I ain't wearing my name. Dang. So the nigga gonna be like, why she engaging with me? She got somebody. Why this nigga ain't pulling up? Woo. And then you start giving conversation. So niggas feeding off that. Just like a female, they feeding off that. Mm-hmm. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why I say I don't be friendly. I don't be friendly. I ain't friendly with no females. You already see that fist bump. I don't be friendly with no female. You don't need to be rubbing all up on me. I got one rubbing up on me. You don't need to get no love.
You said fist bump.
Man, I get a couple of your friends that I don't know you like that fist bump. It's being real. That's just me though. Affairs, that's how it happened though. Being friendly. Niggas being friendly, men being friendly. Let me take that back. And women being friendly. I feel like, man, don't open those doors up for none of that.
So basically, he's saying number one is addictions, which is, how do we say to fix addictions?
People placing things, stay from around.
Stay from around. People placing things for addiction. Affairs, don't be friendly because it leads to
other things. Because, you know what I mean? So if we start back from the top with the conflict leads to addiction or affairs. Think about it. Oh, I'm mad at him right now. Girl, I'm going to the club tonight. Where you at?
That's true.
You go to the club, you see somebody, he ain't telling them, give me a drink.
You also that you fall into the conversation because you mad from the conflict you had earlier.
Let me see if I still got it. He won't play games.
Which brings us back to the joke we made. It was just a joke. I think we said it last week. Yes, we said it last week. When I told him I want to see him pull 5 numbers, it was just a joke.
Yeah, it was a joke, but I know.
We're not doing it.
Right, we ain't doing it.
We both stick out of it.
Yeah, you know. Anyway. I know I'm YAA, young, active, and attractive, so I ain't worrying about nothing. She pinching me out.
Anyway, so the third A to eliminate is excessive anger. So
I let her expound on anger.
Why I gotta be the one to expound?
Yes, Lord.
Probably because out of the both of us, I am the one that gets angry so quick, and it's just outrageous. So I'm gonna just give one story that when we got into it real bad. Stop. So we had got into it, right? Y'all know we over here we keep it real. So there was we got into it real bad. I can't remember. It was so bad I don't even remember what it was. However, when he left out the room, I grabbed a stapler and chunked it at the door. Now he decided to walk back in the door. And right when he walked, it flew past his face, and he swerving down that I was trying to hit him with it, which is not true.
You picked up. I'm gonna let the people decide. She picked up a stapler.
It ain't nothing to decide.
I'm just saying, you pick up a stapler as I'm walking out, but I just so happen to be coming back through the door, and guess what's coming through the OK lamp stapler, coming right at me. I say, throw a staple at me. I didn't went. Jesus, man,
stop saying that because I didn't throw the staple was not thrown at. So
why would you the door ain't did you nothing?
Listen,
did the door do anything, y'all?
No, the door did not. You did. However, so the reason it said eliminate the 3 A's, anger being one of them, because anger gets you nowhere in a marriage, but either somebody hurt or somebody going to jail, somebody going to the hospital. In my first marriage, that's what it was. I'm picking up something and I'm throwing it. I'm throwing fists. I'm doing all that. We had good moments. We had bad moments. But in the bad moments, it was 0 to 1,000 real quick. I grabbed whatever I could and I'm chunking it. This marriage, it was a flashback. I picked up what I could and chunked it. No, he didn't do anything physical to me. It was just, I have words or triggers. Certain words are triggers for me. We need to talk about triggers too. To how to avoid triggers. Certain words are triggers for me. Certain looks are triggers for me. So when he gave me certain words and gave me certain looks, I'll pat myself on the back because I waited until he left out the room and closed the door before I grabbed a nice size stapler and threw it at the door. He swears it was to him only because he came back in the door as the stapler was mid-air. But I said that to say, in that moment, I didn't care. But after, I felt bad. And I had to apologize to him because that is not the tone I want in our marriage. I've been down that road before, and I don't. What I'm learning now is better to, when we're upset, go have our little moment, but then come back and talk about it. And I'm more focused on the communication after we get into it, to stay away from having results and then picking up something and throwing it. Do I need to go see a counselor for anger issues? More than likely, yes.
I was bucking my eye. Anyway.
So eliminate the anger. How do you eliminate that? You eliminate that by staying calm in heated discussions and allowing each other to have their moment to themselves, to clear their minds, and then you come back to it.
What? I'm listening to you.
You're triggering me.
And T. See, that's what you call. You see, in moments like this, that's where the conflict come in. Being petty to me, I'm triggering you. My trigger could be quiet. Oh, this nigga being quiet. He over there laughing at me. Trigger. They go a stapler going at my head. See what I'm saying? And you looking at somebody that has worked on this anger so much that I'll be quiet. That's how I be. When she's saying stuff she ain't got no boundary, I just be tasting the words coming out of my mouth. You know, you could taste a word coming out your mouth, you just like.
Exactly. I do that a lot. Because, baby, you got a smart mouth.
People say I got a smart mouth, but I'm like this here. I'm
not a mouth, not Mouth. He got
mouth.
A smart Mive.
Mouth. One thing about Gregory Vernell Ray Sr., I'm gonna speak my mind. A lot of people don't like when I speak my mind. This is my truth. This is how I feel. If it makes you angry, that's on you. That's on you. If what I say, I didn't call you out your name. I didn't do none of that. All I did was spoke my truth. One thing I learned, two things for sure, that June Evelyn always told me. The Gregory, the truth hurts. I guess at that moment, the truth hurts, so she chunked the staple at my head.
Stop saying that, because I did not chunk it at you.
Because if it would have hit me, I would have had another scar right here, but the one that's already in my what you call. Y'all have been saying, Ray, how you get that? And then y'all have been like, nigga, you crazy. I wouldn't be with her. She a man beater. You know, they got women that beat on men.
And I'm not one of them.
Well, you pick up things, so. I'm just saying, though. But anger, for me, I learned how to.
Oh, my God.
I learned how to control my anger.
Me too.
No, I'm just going to use. I had to learn how to control my anger.
Yeah.
I had
That's a good way to say it.
I had to, because I know me. Ray, 0 to 1,000,000. Don't care. Whatever. We up. But I ain't no woman beater. But I also learned that words can be more hurtful than physical abuse. And I have experienced that, not in relationships, but seeing it through childhood experiences. So I know, you know what I mean? I know what anger could do. You know what I mean? I believe I know what anger could do to a marriage. Because if you think about it, anger is ANGER. Somebody told me your anger is so bad that you short of one letter. And for years, I couldn't never figure it out. I got it down on a piece of paper I could find it. And I finally figured out it was danger. And when I took the D word, danger. And when I took my anger management class, when I brought that to the counselor's attention, she said, Mr. Ray, I never even thought about that. But they just had a scale that just go from mild to very red. When I told her about the D for its danger, because when you get to that point, there ain't no turning back. It's just you just flash. She said you just flash out. And that what she would tell me, say my anger was so bad that I was just flashing out. You know what I mean? Because I had so much anger in me from past things. Anger could destroy a marriage. I'll just say that. It can.
You really can. When you put it in that perspective, because I didn't think of it like that until you just said, when you brought that up, I was trying to think what other letter would be missing.
Danger. Because you all the way there. Man, you so angry that you just everything but a child of God coming out your mouth. And I tell people all the time, I say, man, hurt people hurt people. So you not realizing the person that's standing in front of you that you like, dang, she said that to me. I'm the type of person that always like that, like, you really say that to me? Certain things I could get back from. I have learned to get back from, like, all right, man. When people say that don't bother me, I believe that's a lie.
Yeah.
I heard that
lying.
before. You lying. I hear that all the time. It don't hurt me. I heard it before. I'm like, really? Stop it.
That used to be me. I used to be like, well, I heard that before. Whatever, I'm used to it. Not realizing that those are actual triggers for me as well. So.
I'm big on, like, when a person tell me something, I think that's why I'm so guarded now compared to when I was back then. It's hard for me to let people in. And I told somebody at my job, because we spend so much time together, even though I'm jumping off track, but this coincides with marriage. When a person says something to you that you know is harmful, the anger flares. I'm like, did you just say that to me? And I have to catch myself, like, did you really just say that to me? Like, I always tell people, you ain't scared of me? They be like, what do you mean? I'm like, you just say that to me. You can't be scared of me if you just say that to me. Then they think about it, be like,
but
yeah,
is somebody supposed to be scared of
Yeah.
you? Why?
You ain't gonna say that to me. I think it's my friendliness now. They just say what they want to say until I give them that look like.
Yes, it is a defensive mechanisms. But how you?
It's a joke too, though. But then they get it. I seen that on the old Mob movie. They say something to disrespect the mob man, and he told him, "You ain't scared of me." Or he said, "You ain't scared to talk to me like that." That's like you telling me something, and I'll be like, "You ain't scared to talk to me like that." And I know
And I
you,
always tell
and
you, no, I'm not scared.
and you with the fly, I'm gonna be like, "No," and I'll be like, "You need to."
But
be.
I tell you that all the time, and then I always come back and ask you, baby, why? Give me one reason why I should be scared of you, because you hit me with that all the time.
It's a line behind it, but I'll tell you about it later.
Okay, so
because it be I'll beat whoop you. No, people disrespectful out there. You know what I mean? I would say
they are very.
Like, you ain't scared to talk about that? Like, no, and I'd be like, yeah, here it go right now. And they always say, y'all better watch G-Ray boy, because that boy there is savage.
Baby, so back to the anger part, not really the anger part, but
the danger and anger.
Yes, so my
what, baby? It's danger and anger. Danger and anger. I never want to find myself so anger at you that it turned to, I'm gonna say anger, and that it turned into danger. Because when that's like you, I remember you told me one time that you was so angry that you just saw red. That's when you know you there. And I used to always say, you, baby, if I get that mad, you was like, baby, I could calm you down. And I'd be like, I hope somebody came. You have to, because you would just black out.
Yeah.
It's like you beating on somebody. That's like, let's just use anger in a marriage. I'm gonna just use anger in you fighting somebody, and you got so much anger in you. That's like if I'm mad at you, and I go to a bar. I ain't gonna say a bar.
Or a hotel.
Anyway, I'm mad at you, and I go to a club, and I see this do not get into it with them, and I'm mad at you, and I can't take it out on you, and I just black out, and they just say, "Man, you beat this dude to a bloody pulp." And they look at my hands, his bloody knuckles busted up, everything. He ain't dead, and he just beat up. That's dangerous.
Right.
These are weapons, but they're also builders. This is a weapon. The tongue is a weapon, but it's also a builder. This is anger and danger, but it's also a healer. That's my take on anger.
So step 3 is remember why you fell in love. So for those of you who are just joining, thank you. And we're talking about ways to avoid divorcing. How can you make things work to avoid divorcing? So the first one is let your conflict lead to growth, which is basically grow through what you go through. The second one is eliminate the 3 A's that ruin marriages, which is addictions, affairs, and anger. The third one is remembering why you fell in love. Do you remember why you fell in love?
No.
Yes, you do.
Tell me why I fell in love.
I don't know. I said you. That's
But
you
you
remember
don't
why
know?
you fell in love.
Do you remember why you fell in love?
Yes.
Give me
It started out as because the relationship you build with Khalid.
Okay.
But then as I got to know you over the years, I saw your maturity level, how you always had my back, regardless of whatever situation. You always gave me guidance. Gave me, you always pushed me into greatness. You was always there to support me, even though you were away. So those are just a few things as to why I fell in love with you. And still in love with you.
Well, uh, when we say go back, go back. We say why did you fall in love with your significant other and decided to marry them? We're gonna put it in that terminology for all our married couples and for our single people that's listening to. Remember why you fell in love. Why did I fall in love with Naisha Marie Taylor Ray? We dropping the Taylor because we ain't doing no hyphens and it's Naisha Ray. I fell in love with Naisha because
Because I
one,
got that, man.
because
Just
you
playing.
what did she just say, y'all?
Because I got the juice.
I gave you the juice.
No, you didn't.
Anyway, yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
You see, she just drunk the juice, did you? I gave it to her. Anyway, I fell in love with my wife because I seen a sweet, caring young lady. Also, she could sing a little bit in church. I was uh, very peculiar about who she was, and as I got to know her, her loyalty was the number one reason why I fell in love with her. People might say, "Why loyalty of all things?" Man, in spite of what I had going on, what she had going on, this woman stayed loyal to me. And I ain't even talking. I'm talking about before prison. Aisha was loyal to some Gregory. People that know, if you, I'm gonna say like they say, if you know, you know. You know what I mean? She was loyal to me. I fell in love with her because she loved me when at a time I didn't know how to love myself. I was just all over the place. Don't know what to do. Had hair on my head, but I wasn't pulling it out, but just ain't know what to do. She always poured into me when I ain't know how to pour into myself. That's part of the same thing. Wherever I was at, she was gonna find me. Did find me, you know what I mean? She was a friend before a lover. That's what made me fall in love with her. I could go to Nice about anything. So we would talk about any and everything, 4, 5 in the morning. And she knows she got a call from a suspicious number. It wasn't nobody but Gregory. It could be 3 and 4 in the morning. She sees a suspicious number, she gonna answer the phone. But I fell in love with her because of her loyalty, man. That's like at the top of the key. You know what I mean? Like I don't ever complain about what nobody else ain't do for me. I talk to her about it, but I used to always tell her money don't make nothing with us.
Right.
You know what I mean? Is loyalty with me. I stand on principles, and loyalty is the top one. You know what I mean? If you loyal to me, then I'm loyal by default. And that's what I always been to her, regardless of what she had in her life. She could tell me, girl, don't just call me no more. I'm like, cool. But when she reached out to me, or I reached out to her, it was like, what's up? And it could just be, man, I need to see you. I didn't need somebody to talk to. You know what I mean?
It still amazes me that the relationship we had before you left was top tier anyway. But even after you left, because I've never shared publicly, but I've told you that even when you left, my thought process was Gregory gonna forget about me. He ain't gonna remember me. This nigga got all these years. He is not gonna remember Naisha. He's not.
And
And I
tell them what
guess that,
happened. Go
and I
ahead, tell
get,
your story. I'll let you, my bad. I gotta get this out.
and I
my
guess
chest.
that's why I'm still amazed because he did not forget me. He called me. I think maybe it was like
It was like a year later.
a year later. He called me, and he didn't say, "Hey, this Gregor," or nothing. He just said, "Do you love me? Do
I
you
said,
still
"You
love
love
me?"
me."
And I said, "Yeah," because I knew exactly who it was.
The one and only.
And even after that moment, I still was like, "He gonna forget about me," but he never forgot about me. So even to this day, I still sit back and have my moments, and I be like, "Wow, we really rocked out that whole time."
16 years.
That's a long time.
And you know, it's crazy. Her number still was the same. So they go to show you, like, I was thinking about her. I wasn't thinking about nobody else. I got on that phone.
Mm.
I remember that number. I ain't had no paper and pen or nothing. I just went through my Rolodex. That was the Lord saying, "This the number." I looked at it. And I called. You were unforgettable. She was
Yes.
unforgettable. And I called and she answered. I ain't say nothing. All I said was, "Do you still love me?" And she said, "Yes, I do." And I said, "Here we go." So, and that
And
was
I do.
right. That just, you know what I mean? Like, if you got something with a person, you know you just got it. I feel like a lot of people out there, it's just my thoughts. You know, y'all gonna correct me. I feel like a lot of people out there, they got somebody, but they ain't got that somebody. You know what I mean? Because, like, we've been through with this marriage we have right now, we've been through a lot. Naisha been through a lot when it comes to Gregory. You know what I mean? This girl has my back when people just Naisha know I'm hard. I forgave people because of her. And then I came back and forgave them for me. Because a lot of my forgiveness was really for her. Where you gotta forgive people. Because Naisha is quick to forgive people. I tell them, "Man, you too friendly." Because I know me, I'm stumped down. But then she helped me with one situation and I said, "I'll never forget this person. I'll 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 never forget this person." She said, "Gregory, you gotta heal." When I forgave that one person in my life, it became easier, but I just swept everybody else. I forgive you, but I ain't rocking with you like that. That let me
But that's
heal.
growth because you
Right.
went from not forgiving at all
Man,
to I
stand
forgive
on
you,
that.
but I ain't. That's a wrap. So that's growth.
I stand on that. You know what I mean? So, like I said, and even in my Christian maturity, she has helped me. You know what I mean? She said I helped her, but she has helped me because, you know, I stand on business when it comes to that. Yeah, I might be, you know, people look at me crazy. When I'm in church, they look at me crazy, be like, "What?" Because people don't understand, like, and I'm still ain't gonna put my business out there about my degrees because I ain't for y'all to know. That's for me, God, and my family. You know what I mean? People be looking at me crazy, like, "Hey, he know the Bible like that? And he know this, he know that." I'm quick to hit you with that. Looks a fool you because I know it, you know, I have to change some things by myself so people can stop saying, "Wow." But
Right.
that's like my hidden, that's like my gym for me. I want you to look at me and say, "Oh, look at him. He got these Timbs on, baggy pants, little t-shirt on, or whatever. Cause he dressed like this and I'm dressed like that. But my conversation, like, oh look, it shifts. I told Naisha the other day, and I know we getting off subject about the marriage. I told Naisha the other day, I said a lot of people are scared of me. Not physically, but mentally. How sharp I am. You know, so everybody just, you know what I mean? Everybody just, they just look and be like, "Oh man, this dude here." But then when I go to when that talk come out, they be like, all my bosses come talk to me. I stay showing their email. They always, "Hey Greg, what is this? What is this?" But you know, in all nationality, man, you know, me and Aisha, man, we've been rocking like a cutoff stocking. You know what a cutoff stocking is, you already know what it is. You're gonna keep on going and going and going no matter what, you know what I mean? We up, we ain't down. So
So number 3 was remember why you fell in love, which is basically going back to the not the drawing board, but going back to the beginning as to why you fell in love, and just bask in that moment. That way you can go back to
And we
being on
always,
track.
yeah, we always go back to why we fell in love. The other day, we didn't go to the actual church where we met at or fell in love. We went around the people who we was around, we fell in love with, and they was like happy to see us. I say it was a little, but they was happy to see us, and they brought up an old time, like, boy, that Ray, something else, boy. And then them to see us together at this age and time, they recognize her. They didn't recognize the mature Gregory. They was just looking at that little Ray. No, Gregory. And they just was holding on her on one shoulder, and me on her. They just like in awe.
Kids.
Like
I was
we was
what,
kids.
19?
She was 19 and I was 19,
23.
22 going 23,
Yeah.
23. You know what I mean? So we was young, and they looking at it like that's all you kept seeing, head on a swivel.
Because I even do that. I still be like I just said a few minutes ago, like, wow. We really not lasted, but we really been rocking that long.
We've been rocking like a cut off stocking, you know what I mean? I always tell people, like, if you know, you know. Only you have to be in a circle with her or in a circle with me to know. You know what I mean? Like I always tell people, you want to know, go buy a book, Love Lesson Live. Removing the Veil. It's in there. It's a tell-all. You know what I mean? Her healing from some things, me healing from some things, and we just growing through what we went through. To me, that's what marriage is all about. And my grandma always say, we don't do divorce in this family. She said that, you know what I mean? So we play about it a lot. You want a divorce?
We do.
This, you know what I mean? Not like that. You want a divorce? You know what I mean? That ain't nothing. The D word ain't nothing to play with. Because if you don't want to be with that person, just go and go.
Right.
Don't
Please
stay because you're
go.
comfortable. Just go and go because that's gonna make the whole relationship.
Don't stay
bad.
because you scared. I feel like if you haven't went through all the steps necessary to try to save your marriage, you shouldn't be talking about divorce. Now, if you went through everything, from counseling, from sitting down, going back to falling in love, eliminating the 3 A's, letting your conflict, all that. If you've been through that and it's still not working,
what if it's that person? What if it's just you? What if you got someone on the inside of you that you can't let go and you taking it on that significant other? And it's like your punching bag. Your marriage is your punching bag.
Then you need to do some self-healing.
Right.
And you shouldn't have got married in the first place.
A lot of people need that. But and it was also something that we want to talk about too. A lot of people, because I told her, I said, man, I just saw something that a person was married this year and next year they're divorced. And I'm like marriage right now for me, this is my opinion. Y'all might get mad at me. Marriage right now for me is a fad because everybody say, I want to be married. Why? I always say why. I tell people all the time, I say, being married is not hard, it's not easy. It's in the middle. Every day I find myself finding balance. And my boy Steve Harvey said it best. God, your marriage, then them kids. People get caught up in saying, oh, I'm focusing on my kids. You're forgetting all about your marriage. So me and Aisha, we took it back.
It was hard, but
you know what I mean? We had to because in order for our family to work, our marriage has to work. It has to. We have to focus on us first, so the kids can see. When your kids see love, they might say, "Oh, that's cringy." When they see that, she told me something that just blew my mind. They say something, but they really like seeing it. They like seeing us when we happy and we be going out together.
Their favorite word is cringy.
And then they'll back door and say, yeah. They ain't gonna tell it to me, you know what I mean? They'll tell it to her. And I'm like, as long as they tell it to her, I'm cool. I know I'm doing something right. You know what I mean? Because it starts with us, because we are the heads of the household and they are the tails because they follow behind us. So when they get older, they can say, and my parents argue, but they made up, they went out on dates, they cooked together, they held hands, they danced, they did everything. So you have to let your kids see that love, that maturity. Yes, everybody gonna they gonna go through it. But when you start doing things that goes against your marriage and they see that, they like, nah. When me and Naisha get into it, our kids right there as mediators. They gonna tell Naisha, go sit over there by Papa.
And
They
since
gonna
we
say,
talking about that, they always come to me first. Like, Mama, you gotta be the big mama. Why you do that? Or Mama, you gotta be the bigger person. And in my head, I'm like, why y'all never go to him first?
because they never hear me.
Stop the cap.
Baby, you a lot of
Stop the
them.
cap.
You just said it earlier when we talked about anger. Think about it. They hear you. They never hear Papa. I would just be like, all right. What I do? Who they hear? Just be honest. Thank you.
Sometimes they hear me.
Whatever.
Because they hear you too. But the
Anyway.
point is they are mediators.
The kids are mediators
They
because
are.
they don't. Kids know when it's tension because they always ask me, everything all right? Everything all right? I'm like, yeah, why?
Mama, you okay?
Yeah, because they see it. And if they pick up on it, you gotta, I don't ever want the kids to see us at one another. You know what I mean? That's for the room. In the room.
The upper room.
Anyway. But yes, man.
Be example for your kids, man.
Yeah.
If you got kids and you and your partner, husband or wife, is having conflict, take that moment as a teaching moment as well. Don't argue in front of the kids.
Right. Don't argue in
Keep
front of
it
the
in your
kids.
room.
Keep it in your room. When Jesus is my motion. But yeah, man, we trying to encourage people to avoid the D word in the marriage because we don't want to put that into the atmosphere. You know what I mean? We want to put the good things. You know what I mean? Try to avoid it, man, at all costs, man. But don't always tell people, man, don't get married just to say you got married. Mm-hmm. Or if you feel like you got, I told her earlier, if you feel like you got some more playing you, even if you're 35, 40 years old, you feel like you got some more playing you, be honest. I think I got a little bit more playing me. And what I mean by a little bit more play, I still want to run the streets, or I still want to go to the club and stuff like that. It's okay.
I still want to do adulterous things.
Oh yeah, we talked about adulterous things earlier too, but that's just what it is. So, in conclusion, what do you got for the folks?
In conclusion, is infidelity, arguing, lack of commitment and communication, and finances are some of the top reasons for divorce in the world. There's usually more than one cause for divorce. However, most divorce reasons are preventable.
They are. When
both partners are in love and willing to do the work and spend time and energy in solving the differences. So do what you have to do to make your marriage work.
Right.
Do everything you can do to avoid divorce.
All right.
And I think the reason we chose this topic tonight is because I, for one, I listen to the morning show every morning on the way to take my daughter to school. And lately, it seems like they've been talking about couples have been divorcing left and right. Even as recent as, I don't know if y'all follow the story about Remy and Papoose. That just, when I heard about that, my mouth dropped. Why did my mouth drop? Simply because the way Papoose talks about his wife. He's all about black love this, black love that. So and he's been there as long as I've been following him, he's been like that a while. And to hear that story, my mouth just dropped. And it also took me to the mind frame of, this is why I don't idolize celebrity couples. This is why I don't idolize nobody else's marriage, but our marriage is not an idol. But what I'm saying is, this is why I don't look to other marriages for advice or look to other marriages to try to mirror their marriage, because the ones that you look after or look at as an example be the ones that's getting divorced. So yeah, that's why we came up with these.
And the crazy part about it, since we're talking about the Papoose situation, the man always getting blamed. But in this situation, I was like, I felt good because the man always getting bad. Always.
And honestly, with this particular situation, everybody's on his side. Everybody is not one person on her side. So,
Cause you know what I mean? It's like cause the men always taking the fall for something. Then when you find you have some strong black men out there that's holding it down. Papoose was one of them. You know what I mean? And he held it down like a G supposed to. And for to get that in return, man, I'm going for the gusto. Like they saying in Spanish, La Puche, you out of there. So
this one says, one thing I learned is always a runner and a confronter in a marriage. I like that. What you think about that?
she's the runner, she's the track star.
I gotta put that right back up. It says, one thing I learned is always a runner and a confronter in a marriage.
A person that's gonna run from the situation, a person that's gonna confront the situation.
Yeah.
It makes sense. That makes sense.
It makes a whole
But you
lot.
got a lot of times when a person want to talk about it, you're gonna have a person that's gonna run from it, like, man, I ain't got time for that, or whatever,
Yeah.
whatever. You know what I mean? But it's how you confront. See, that's a difference. I'm gonna say, and I agree with you saying, it's how you confront a person.
Yeah.
And
not what
why
you
is
say,
that
it's how
how
you
you
say
say
it.
it? And why is that person running from your confronting? Are you confronted by something you know? Are you confronted by something that you assume or somebody told you? 9 times out of 10, because she was telling me somebody earlier, I was like, how that person know this? Where they get that from? If they know this dude was cheating, if he didn't tell them, how did she find out?
Yeah.
Because a man ain't gonna come out and say, babe, I cheated on you. You gotta, you bird man. You didn't drop them and put them on the concrete and drug them. That's being real though. Babe, I cheated on. What? Man, the first brain gonna freeze. I know that nigga ain't tell me that. I know that man didn't tell me that.
But so what, you do have some men who will come out and say that. I've experienced it.
You got some women that gonna come out and say it?
Yep.
Pow. I don't believe it.
Okay, well.
It takes everything in them. You gotta ask them 3-4 times. You cheated? No. You cheated? No. Well, I'm gonna give you this pattern you did. Damn, he on to me. Now you want to fuss, fight, and argue about something I did 20 years ago, and I didn't ask you one time. Did you do it? No. Girl, you just was. There you go. Stop it. But the man get bashed for everything. Women gonna take it to their grave. I'm talking about it. It ain't even dug 6 feet deep. It dug 6 times 6 is 60 feet deep. You still tomorrow. I ain't did nothing. Yeah, you can laugh, Miss Robinson, all you want. You know I ain't lying.
However, I
A
do know
woman's
some
body
women
is exquisite.
gonna-
Her mind is mysterious because she's gonna
what
take
is
it all away.
mysterious?
I ain't gonna lie. I wish I could have been a woman's mind reader because I be want to know some things. Going on, Misha. Y'all won't laugh and kiki caca. Now y'all know I ain't lying. Y'all know, brother love. I'm gonna find it. Yeah.
One thing you cannot pull, don't lay it on here.
Yeah, I can lay it on myself too. One thing about what you can't pull no wool. Say, man,
You can't pull one over Gregory because this is
you can't pull one on me, sure. You dealing, I ain't gonna sound the best, but you dealing with one of the best. One of the best in the world. You can't pull one over on me because she'll tell you I ain't gonna say I'm no human encyclopedia. I pay attention to everything. I'm up on game.
And he asks a lot of questions.
You gonna tell on yourself in some shape, form, or fashion. I ain't interrogating. I'm just asking a question because you gonna trip up. Why you asking me that? That's your guilty right there. Yeah. Why you asking me that? Yeah. Look, this nigga know. This woman know. Yeah. For real. You ask me a question, I'm gonna answer you. I ain't be asking why you asking me that. Yeah, let's get why. You get straight to business. Why? That's how they say why. Hey, why you tone it down?
Baby, so there have been things that I asked you.
Look,
and,
tone
baby,
it down.
baby.
Look, that's what I get. Tone it down. That's how I get it from. Tone it down. Yeah.
Baby, but there have been some times I ask you, you be like, why? Or you try to hit me. Instead of you answering my question, you try to hit me with a question for me to answer, and then you get mad when I don't answer. Because I'm still trying to get you to answer my original question.
But your original question is really dealing with you, but you just want to ask
No,
me
it's
to give
dealing-
my opinion about
It's
it.
dealing with you.
Stop it, man. I tell people all the time, I play lame. But I tell them, let me tell you something. You got lame game. The people swear to God they got game. I'm talking about lame game. Then you got people that got game. But game recognize game. Then you come with that lame game, stop it. I'm all over that. I'm gonna eat that up. Get out of here. And I'm gonna chew you up and spit you out. I tell people that all the time. I stay playing lame. Really? I stay hitting that. Yeah, buddy. Everybody tell me that at work. Boy, they're a fool. Just like in life. Boy, that boy love a fool. G Ray, Greg, whatever you want to call me, Ray, Deacon Ray, Pastor Ray, Bishop Ray, don't matter. You ain't popping no game on me. You might thought you got away with one. You just don't know the wool got pulled over your head. Just like in marriages. Grave talk, huh, Misha?
Yep. To the grave is gonna go. What's over there?
This laying hands on all my people on live tonight.
Oh my goodness.
So tonight we were just discussing divorce. You know, why not a divorce? If you're thinking about divorce, you should never got married. Especially if you only been married for 2 years. 2 years, are you ready to get a divorce? Man, what's going on like that? You knew what you was dealing with when y'all just was courting each other. Now that y'all are married to each other, you want a divorce. Stop it. Stop the cap, as they say. I think I'm gonna come out with some t-shirts that say Cap, King, and Queen. But anyway, you got anything else to say to the people, baby? Well, anybody have any questions, thoughts, comments, gripes, complaints? You know, right now you can ask, speak now, as they say in the marriage, or forever hold your peace with Ray and Aisha. So, you know, you have 1 minute to give me all your gripes, complaints, thoughts. You know, if you want to ask me a question about marriage, divorce, baby daddy, widow, shacking up, whatever. Enjoy, y'all. Have a good night. Same to you, Miss Robinson.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Have a good
tuning
night
in.
too.
Thank you. So y'all have 60 seconds left. And I'm gonna let Naisha give you all the what they call it? What they call it, baby?
Man, I don't know what you're talking about.
You know when they be at announcements. We're gonna give y'all the announcements. You have 20 seconds left, and then we're gonna give you the announcement. I really enjoyed tonight's conversation.
Yes, me too. And hopefully some things that was said was taken away and can be applied to your own marriage. I am a big supporter of marriage. Before we, because I know we probably got 10 seconds left, but what I want to say is
benediction
to these women, right? And to the men, if you know you're not ready for marriage, don't get married.
Don't play with it.
Don't play with it, and do not give ultimatums to people to marry you.
Dang. How about
that? Especially if you're not going to admit that you were the reason for the marriage, that you forced someone's hand to marry you.
Ultimatum, that's a big word, man. Thanks. Man, I think we need to go back on there for about 5 more minutes on ultimatums. I'm gonna save it for next time. I don't like ultimatum. Don't give me no ultimatum because you can just keep on walking. Don't tell me what I'm gonna do to be with you. No, we gonna tell each other what we gonna do to be with each other. Yes. Yeah. Don't tell me you gonna marry me. What? I ain't gonna do nothing. I'll put a lollipop ring on your finger. You better take it out my face. Yeah. You already know how I go, Lil. Well, yeah, you ain't gonna tell me I'm gonna marry you. Man, you out of there. For real.
Don't play with it, man. And don't be getting married for the wrong reasons. Because I think I read what somebody would say they was only getting married for insurance money or something like that.
Glory. Man.
Or they They just ready for the spouse to pass away so they can get some insurance money or something like that. I don't know. People are crazy, and people, if you're gonna get married for all of you, baby, don't play with it.
You might well go rob a bank. You want to get the
Don't
man
play with
insurance
it
money.
because this don't make no sense
Look, marriage ain't to be played with, man. It's safe.
at all.
When you get married, go on, Misha. When you get married, man, you sign the covenant not only with your spouse, but with God. That's one thing God wants us to do is be married, man. Go to the Bible, man. Read the Old Testament, man. He want everybody to be married, find a significant other, and abide by it. Yeah. Yes, you're gonna go through things. Yes. Stop saying you ain't gonna go through nothing, man. Stop saying it's gonna be perfect. That was me, man. I want my marriage to be perfect. I want us to be. And I was like, you know what, Greg? It ain't gonna be like that. It's gonna be this, that, and the other. Year one, I'm gonna say this, man. I'm gonna say this because you know we always say we're gonna use ourselves as examples. Year one was rocky for us. Them past 2-3 weeks up until our anniversary, man, we was at each other's necks. You'd have thought we weren't even married. But as we sat down and talked about it, soon that week came around, it was already we not about to go into our anniversary, be at each other's necks, ready to just, you know what I mean, clap back. And one thing I can say, man, I applaud my wife for, and I said I was gonna sit on. My wife had stepped up to the plate on everything I asked her to do concerning our marriage to make it better, not only for me, but for the both of us. Oh man, I've been seeing it every day. Baby pulled up on me on my lunch break. I didn't think she was gonna, I knew she was gonna come, but she came to have lunch with me today. You know, it's the small things, you know, with me that count. Baby pulled up on me. That ain't, but she been doing that though. I should been pulling up on me. But she went back.
Oh yeah.
She went back. I know what Gregory like. If Gregory asking me this, it must be for a reason. So let me do my wife and do this what my husband is asking me. Not my boyfriend, my husband. And she thought about it. She took it and she ran with it. Let me do what my husband is asking me. Because every time I ask my husband to do something, he might grab a complaint, he gonna do it. So that's what you got to get back to, ladies and gentlemen. Your spouse asks you to do something, listen. Because I was at first, I'm like, man, she ain't even listening to me. Baby popped out. Bam. Then she popped up another thing. Bam. Because I had a list. It was about 20 feet long. That girl already at 15 feet. I can say that. She already at 15 feet. She walking it down. So, but I commend, that's what you're doing, man. You grow through. Because I was complaining about a lot of things that I feel like our marriage should have been at. You know what I mean? And I used to always say, don't give me no past traumas or whatever you had going on in the past. But I accepted
that's another thing. This needs to turn into a series.
Yeah.
Don't get married with past traumas.
We'll talk about
still
that
holding
next
on
week.
past trauma.
Next week we'll talk about that. Don't bring past traumas into your new
future,
marriage. Yeah. We'll talk about that next week, man. Yeah, man, my baby, man. She has grown through this year one, man. The people always say, man, you can make it through the first 5 years of marriage. They say year one for us. We haven't physically lived with each other because we didn't leave each other before I went away. We was just, buddies. We were buddies. Everybody know what buddies is, rabbits. And we live together. So year one was kind of, and somebody say year one gonna be that phase for y'all. Year one was crucial, but we made it. And
year one was him being home.
Yeah,
because we was married 2 years prior to him coming home. Yes.
3 years prior to me being home.
No.
19, 20, 21, 22. I got it in 22.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So 2.5. Right?
Yeah. But yeah, man, y'all, everybody says, man, y'all got big vibes. We keep big vibes because we always trying to find something to do. I always find a different restaurant to take my wife to. Like she said, for my 1 year anniversary, I found a spot. This is what I want to do. And I courted her to where I wanted to go. You gotta go, you gotta find them different places. Stop being complacent to what you know and explore new things.
Yeah.
Now, if you never been putt-putting, we went putt-putting. Like it. Want to go back bad. I got another spot I want to go to. You gotta find different things to make your marriage enjoyable. Stop just being at home all day. I don't know what to do. I don't go nowhere. I won't be bothered with nobody. Man, we ain't spend nothing but $50 there. Literally, I still got the receipt at Putt Shack. I ain't talking about when I made the reservations. I wasn't even worrying about that. I'm talking about literally there, $50. Ate good, drunk good, listening to good music. And took good pictures. Y'all seen them. Y'all seen the big vibes. That's what I'm saying. People think, man, sacrifice. If you want your marriage to work, sacrifice.
Yeah.
Sacrifice. That's what I could give to you, man. And I'm through for the night. Make the sacrifice.
So does it extend their 20 seconds?
Yeah, I went over. It's about to be 10 o'clock. Y'all know I be trying to, pick it with y'all. Nobody ain't coming tonight. So, Miss Robinson say get a benediction, but I ain't gonna get a benediction. My people ain't on here tonight. My deacon wasn't on here tonight.
It's probably working.
My secretary, my treasurer, always on here. Thank you, Misha. My sister a little bit on here. My road dog from back in the day. She know Brother Love real good. My mother-in-law on here. I can't see who else on here. I think y'all were tuning in though.
Gigi.
Who?
Reggie mama.
Okay. Hey, mama.
But again, thank you all for tuning in tonight. We really do appreciate it. But make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
Right.
To our YouTube, which is I Choose You _podcast. The couple of announcements that we have is my event on November 14th.
Yes, Lord. Get your tickets.
Yes, get your tickets. They are going fast. And then we also now have his mobile barbering service, which is
Fade away.
Right.
Always fresh. Yes.
Y'all, I'm so proud of my baby. He now has his mobile barbering service and he's really been jumping off. It really has. I don't think he anticipated to move this fast the way it is, but he's
they be blowing up my line. They be DMing. People be DMing me thinking that I'm could fly in and out. I said, you fly me to Tennessee, I'll come to Tennessee. And this ain't no cap. This is facts.
Yeah.
People been hitting me up like, bro, I say, fly me out, baby. Just fly me out. Let them know it's real. Let them know it's real. Because I know some barbers get flown out. Somebody fly me out for a haircut, oh, man, I might die. Baby, I got to get flown out to Tennessee. So they still can fly me out.
So if you're in need of a barber and you don't want to drive,
I'm pulling up.
You don't pull up.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much all it. Thank you all for joining. Thank you all for engaging. Thank you all for just taking time out of your night to be with us. And we will see you all next Tuesday, same time, same place, 8:30.
Sharp.
Okay. Anything else, man?
No, thank y'all, man. Appreciate it.
Bye.
Good night.
Cause I only want you, yeah. Cause I only want you, yeah. Cause I only want you.